Today we're going to do the Alaskan Sky, better known as the Borealis. So what happens at the high atmosphere, the sun comes in and actually penetrates the cloud layer and actually creates these special effects during the winter. So we'll see how it goes. It'll probably be, I'm going to start with the night sky, and then later I'm going to come back in and add kind of a tree line around the lake. Alright, so the question of the day is, how did this little guy over here, this wagon, selling hamburgers get started? Alright, let's run through the color. Titanium white, Mars black, phthalo green, primary yellow, burnt umber, yellow ochre, twin red, pearly red, ultramarine blue, cyan, Prussian blue, turquoise. Let's get the party started. For our initial layer, we kind of just did this light blue to dark blue right in the middle, and then we sprayed the stars in. We're going to keep layering this in. Next layer is going to mix in with gloss, so once you add in the gloss it gets thinner layers similar to oil, and yeah, it lets the stars kind of get that nice depth to the stars. We don't have to do too much because we're really going to do the Borealis later, so once we get kind of a nice sky layer, then we can start doing the Borealis and see how that goes. Selective blackening of different areas, and what we'll do is we'll add in the white here with the color again, and then kind of brush it around and see what happens. But first we need to let this layer dry, layer it again, and then bring in the white. So we'll see where it goes from here. Alright, in this layer we're going to kind of add more color in here to kind of make that black blend into the background. So we'll let that dry and then see where we go from there. Alright, so we added kind of the first highlights of the white. So what you do is you kind of dabble the white and you kind of push it one direction. I kind of went multiple directions, so it's going to look a little goofy. But yeah, now I have to add the color, so this will pop back in color and then add the white and pop white color. So you kind of work back and forth on the white and the darks. And you want to add in kind of a dark color in here in between again, so kind of make that really high contrast between the light and the dark. Alright, this layer I'm going to layer in green, so we'll see where it goes from there. add in a blue layer here to kind of chill this out, and a little bit more variation to these streaks, as well as add in another white layer. So we'll see where it goes from here. Alright, it's a little strange because I'm filming this, paint looks fine, and then here it's kind of like a little bit off. I kind of like where it's going. I think I want to add maybe another blue tinge to the white here. So we'll add that and then see where it lands up. I think we got enough detail now, so now I'm going to add kind of the land in here, and then some trees, and we'll hopefully finish the painting. Started. So back in 1913 there was a big flood all along the Miami Valley, Dayton, Miamisburg, anything that was on the river. So the town of Miamisburg itself got flooded all the way up, probably like 5 blocks from here from the river. So it really flooded. There was 10,000 homes damaged, about, I think it was $100 million damage to all the retail and the stores. People lost their homes. So it was really crazy because it was about probably a 10-12 foot flood from where I'm standing all the way back to 6-7 feet, 30-40, you know, like 3 or 4 blocks deep this way, but all the way across. So that was just thousands of homes were hit right along the river, that they just lost everything, all their furniture and stuff. So in the middle of the flood, this guy right here in the wagon wheel, he came down, and there was a lot of people homeless. So he brought out a little hamburger stand in this wagon and started serving up, and then he closed up shop after the flood was gone. But then everyone loved the idea so much that after the flood, they hammer on this guy's door and they say, hey, knock, 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 and hey man, you got to start the hamburger stand again. He says, all right. So he started it up, and so it's been going ever since. So it's part of the kind of Miami's culture. It's really kind of a cool point of local culture. That's my question today. Thanks. All right, we just finished the painting, so let's take a closer look. So this is really nice sky. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Some areas are better than others. It does have the look I want.
The shading on the water is pretty correct. Shoreline's well defined. Snow's decent. Tree line I'm okay with. Didn't turn out exactly as smooth as I wanted to, but you know, it still reads like definitely like a painting. And at the same time, I got some stars, and at the bottom I left it all the stars shaded blue, so basically you know it's in the water. And yeah, I think overall it's pretty good. It's not a perfect match on the reflections, but it's close, so it'll read like it was reflected. So hopefully you guys like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next painting video. Thanks for watching, guys.